Hello everyone, my name is Financial Charles. Today is October 4th of 2023, and today the Bitcoin price is approximately $27,500. Last video, I made a video, I believe it was somewhere up here, during the big pump, and it went all the way up to $28,500, and then obviously the sentiment around the crypto community, it flipped pretty heavily, and a lot of people, including myself, were thinking that it was going to go up even more, and that it'd be better to just lump sum everything now. And you could tell from my last video that I made, those emotions were captured, and that's why I think it's very valuable to be making videos about Bitcoin, and making videos about how I personally feel emotionally about the market, because I think I'm starting to see a pattern. I remember making a video over here, Bitcoin pumped like crazy all the way from $26,000 to $28,000, and I made a video talking about that. And again, I made a video of it pumping over here, and each time I make a video of it pumping up, we see it correct just a little bit. And obviously, I think I'm starting to see some type of correlation between me making videos and sounding very bullish, and being doped up on hopium. I'm starting to see a pattern like that. So today, obviously, how I'm feeling about Bitcoin going down again is emotionally, I'm back to feeling like it's going to go down and test these lows again, and perhaps even go down further, perhaps not set a new low like in November 2022, but perhaps we might break out of this support level right here and see levels lower. The reason I think that is because, obviously, Benjamin Cowen, he's been very bearish as of lately, and he just continues to be bearish, and he sticks with that viewpoint over the next couple months. And to see him just stick with his prediction, and here I am just flip-flopping with each candle. We get a green candle, I'm super bullish. When we start to correct, I get super bearish. Benjamin Cowen, his outlook has been solid, and it's stayed the same throughout this whole entire move right here. The very beginning of 2023, he said he thinks that we're going to go up half the year and then down half the year, due to the fact that that's what history has shown us. According to the price history, the pre-halving years, we spend half the year going up, half the year going down approximately, and then you could see that with the previous cycle before 2017 as well. The pre-halving year is not the year that we set all-time highs at all, and I never thought that we were going to set all-time highs this year. Obviously, I think November, December of 2024, we might see a move to the all-time high, just like we did December of 2020, which is almost going to be 40 years ago. Can you believe that? Time is really flying. I remember waking up the day that Bitcoin broke to new all-time highs in December of 2020. I genuinely could not believe my eyes. I was already at the point of first thing waking up, I'm checking the Bitcoin price like first thing in the morning, and I remember that day when it exploded past the $20,000. That was quite the feeling, and to think that was already almost 3 years ago, that's crazy how time flies. But so what I'm really trying to do, I have a lot of fiat once again in my possession. Just I've been inspired to just keep on working and find ways to accumulate more money. I haven't sold a single sat as of yet, or this year I should say. I did sell some previously a long time ago, but ever since Celsius went bankrupt, and I've just been accumulating in hardware, in my hardware wallet. I haven't really sold any sats like that, and here I am. I have a nice sum of dollars, and I'm thinking the reason I want to lump sum is because maybe I'll be able to get to 2 Bitcoins, which is something that I've never in my whole entire life ever imagined myself being able to achieve. Back when Bitcoin was at its all-time high back here, I thought that I would never ever reach 1 whole coin, and I thought up here, I thought 0.5 Bitcoin, which was half a Bitcoin, I thought that was going to be enough. I thought that was going to be enough for me to retire in a third world country. So I really slowed down on the accumulating at that point. But now here I am. I'm over a whole coin, and I'm plotting. I'm debating whether or not I should lump sum this new money to get 2 Bitcoins. But I have, as I spoke on in my previous videos, I did take out I did take out a loan in order to get to 1 Bitcoin in the first place. So ideally, what I should be doing with this new fiat that I have is I should be paying off the debt. My current plan is I'm thinking of splitting it into thirds. Each time I receive more fiat now, I'm thinking 1/3 into Bitcoin, 1/3 into dry powder, which is, keeping it in fiat, and then 1/3 into paying off my debt. So that way, I increase my Bitcoin stack, while at the same time, I'm increasing my dry powder in case of any dips. And then also, I'm lessening the debts that I have. So if Bitcoin goes sideways, that's all right, because I'm exposed to Bitcoin, and I'm slowly accumulating Bitcoin while accumulating more dollars, and I'm also lowering my debt. If Bitcoin goes down in price, that's okay. Sure, my Bitcoin stack might shrink, but the fiat, I had the 1/3 fiat and the 1/3 going towards my debt, so my debts are lowered, and I also have more dry powder to throw at Bitcoin as it goes down. And if Bitcoin goes up, that's fine too, because I've already established my position over 1 Bitcoin, and sure, you already know what I'm trying to say. Period. You already know what I'm trying to say. If Bitcoin goes up, I benefit. If Bitcoin goes down, I benefit because I'm able to buy more at a lower price. If Bitcoin goes sideways, that's all right, because at the end of the day, I'm paying. Each time I get paid, I am lowering the amount of debt that I have. So hopefully I'm able to stick with this strategy. And I know it just simply takes discipline, and it simply just requires me to not invest with my emotions. That's all that it is. I mean, if Bitcoin price starts pumping, like I said in my last video, I'm definitely going to feel the FOMO, and I'm definitely going to want to lump sum, and my mind is going to be telling me, come on, get to 2 Bitcoins. But if we were to zoom out, I just have to realize that I never ever envisioned myself being a whole coiner. When I had the 0.5 Bitcoins up here, I thought that Bitcoin was going to keep going up and up and up all the way to $200,000, and then I'd have, $100,000 worth of Bitcoin. I thought I was going to be good, but, here I am at a whole coin. I'm 1 in 21 million, so I shouldn't be complaining. I should not be complaining about the position that I'm in. Having not enough Bitcoin shouldn't be in my mind. I have a good amount of Bitcoin. I have an amount of Bitcoin that a majority of the population would never ever be able to achieve mathematically, because there's only 21 million and there's 8 billion people. I'm in a good position, and I have to remind myself of that, so that way I don't make bad decisions and I keep lump summing. To lump sum into Bitcoin, that's not the bad decision. That's actually, over the macro scale, that's the best decision that you can make. But the bad decision that I'm talking about is not paying off my debt and lump summing in favor of buying Bitcoin instead of paying off the debt. I need to, have a balance of both. The whole point of acquiring this debt in the first place was so I can, buy more Bitcoin. But, if I just keep buying Bitcoin and then I have this debt that I'm not paying off and Bitcoin goes down, that's a recipe for liquidation. That's exactly what happened to 3 Arrows Capital and Celsius all the way over here back in the June. And I remember when Celsius went bankrupt and I lost everything. I had like $5,000 of credit card debt, and I had $10,000 of credit card debt, and I also had $5,000 left in DeFi. So what I did is I just cashed out everything I had in DeFi, and I paid off the credit card debt that I could, and then I was left with $0 and negative $5,000 of credit card debt. So that was my liquidation event. I had USDC debt. I had credit card debt because I had invested in Bitcoin, and as well as all these other alts too, because I thought, during this stage right here, you know, I thought it was going to be a triple peak, or not I didn't think it was going to be a triple peak, but I thought it was going back up, you know. And obviously that was not the case, and because I was leveraged, that's how I lost not only all my money, but that's how I was left with a negative net worth, you know. Had I never took out any of that debt, I would have never seen that negative $5,000 net worth, you know. But it was because I was leveraged that's what caused me to go into the negative. Usually, like, if you don't go into any leverage, the lowest you can go is zero, right? If you don't take any debt, then the lowest you can possibly go is zero. You can't lose any more than that. But now if you have a loan and you take out leverage, now you're putting yourself in a position to be in the negative, and that's the risk of leverage, you know. If you're leveraged and then it goes up, you just made multiples of what you would have originally made had you not taken out the debt. But obviously if it goes down and the asset that you invested in goes down, you know, you're putting yourself in a situation in which you can become, you know, in the negative. So yeah, quick little video today. I didn't really talk too much about anything really, but yeah, today's just once again another day of going, you know, sideways, I guess you could say, you know. I think, you know, eventually we're going to be in a very, like, uneventful period of time where we're just going to be chopping around. Perhaps we might visit the highs, perhaps we might visit the lows, but, you know, it's just going to be chop. But the halving is going to come over here in April. The halving is very, very close, so I cannot wait to see what happens. It's anyone's guess, really. But I already know that if the halving comes and we're at $40,000, I'm going to be kicking myself that I paid off the debt instead of leveraging. But again, I have to stop investing with my emotions and just start investing with logic. Develop a investing strategy and stick to the strategy. That's what I have to do, and either way I win, you know. Either way I win, as long as I don't liquidate myself out of as long as I don't make any bad moves and, you know, liquidate. As long as I keep the Bitcoin in cold storage and I never plan on, you know, selling it or anything, I'm set up for success. So I just have to stay patient and stick to the plan. That's pretty much what I have to do for the next couple of years. And yeah, I cannot wait to see, you know, I can't wait to see this pay off. You know, I cannot wait to see these videos 10 years down the road and being like, wow, you know. That's what I make these videos for, it's to capture, you know, a point in time. Because I always, during the last point, I was always trying to look up, you know, Bitcoin October 2017 or Bitcoin December 2017, Bitcoin February 2018, but I barely can find any videos on those, because I feel like all of them from back then, they deleted their videos or they put it on private for whatever reason. Maybe they were right, maybe they were wrong. Either way, it is a reason to private your videos and all that stuff. But I like looking at past times to see how they were emotionally feeling at the time. Like, I remember watching Bitcoin December 2017 videos, and, you know, they thought it was going to keep going up. Like, it was this little correction right here. They thought that this was just a correction on the road to $50,000. They thought that in the video, in, you know, Bitcoin videos of December 2017. And I remember seeing some videos down here, it was made like in February. They were already calling for the bear market. They already said, or not, well, some people that were making videos, they were calling for the bear market down here. And, you know, they were right. So I just want to, you know, have this video serve as, you know, a time capsule so we can see how we're feeling, you know, because it'll be funny to see, like, oh, we're so bearish, we're so scared that it's going to go to 15K. But then, you know, looking back 10 years, it's like this was just a move up. That's all it was, you know. And this, you know, everyone on YouTube, we thought that we were going to higher highs, and really that is what marked the peak. That's what marked the crash. So can't wait to see how Bitcoin unfolds over these next couple months and these next couple years. So yeah, just a simple video today. Nothing too interesting, but yeah, I will just continue to make these videos, and I will see you in a future video.